All right, so the question that I get the most is how do I get ready for game day? The real answer is one that you're not gonna like. It's that every day's a game day and should be treated that way, from your nutrition, your hydration, your sleep, to your practice, the way that you practice. But the difference on game day is what we call game day nerves, and that's what we're gonna talk about today on this vlog. One is that every athlete experiences it, and two, what is it? So from your top athletes, Kobe Bryant, Tom Brady, to your first player, when you step into a game, you go into what's called fight or flight mode. And that actually means your body's getting ready. So if you have one of the game's greatest players that's executing at the highest level and they're saying they don't get nervous before games, they might just be talking about that nervous that we were talking about earlier. But their body fired up, charged up, ready to fuel and explode, that's the same feeling that I'm talking about now. And what that is called a sympathetic nervous system response. Right? That's the neuroscience. It starts in our spinal cord, starts heating up our body, starts jacking up our muscle fibers so that we can run hard, we can hit hard, and we can shoot hard. All in all, it's a good thing. So when we are feeling game day nerves, I found the sports psychology, which began really in the early stages of my pro career, shifting that over to saying, okay, it really means that I'm ready. And in pregame, when I'm feeling those jitters in the locker room, or at the end of the fourth quarter, heading into overtime, they start coming back. That means that I actually need the ball because I'm ready to sprint, hit hard, and shoot hard.
Let's go! Hands in! Together on three! Together on three! 1, 2, 3! Yeah, let's go!
Don't have them might not be for you. And then there's all the other stuff that goes into it, which is what I'm learning now as I transition from retiring in 2021 and those game days with the Cannons to 2022 and now 2023 and my game days with the PLL and all different things, of travel to office work to working from here to working out still to going on the field and shooting. I practice the same routines.
Right under the timer.
Cue to go. I'm now jumping into celery juice as well. And celery juice is a really good detoxifier. And what it also helps is reduce arthritis. So if you think about an old head like me with knee surgery, that type of bone-to-bone clicking, I want less of. And if you're an athlete that's doing, call it just prehabilitation, which is more important than rehab, because rehab means you had surgery or something wrong. Prehab, celery.
Just driving to the office feel like being on the team bus before a game day.
I wish I could get that level of fight or flight. There are some similarities. I think there's a sense of getting prepared we can all identify with. Mike and I were talking about this yesterday in the company's TMM. He's raising a kid and he's not getting much sleep right now with his wife at home. And he has to get his mind right when what I would call he's starting the day down 2-3-0. And so the way he's doing that is getting back to the basics of like hopping in the shower, staying hydrated, putting on a suit and tie, like mentality shift. And then the other side of it is you're feeling fucking great. If you had an awesome week of practice, is not to take advantage of that and let that momentum slip. So yesterday I felt different than today, and tomorrow I'll feel different than today. So what are the tools that you use to try to get to your optimum physical shape, physical and mental shape? Because the other thing is, if you're feeling that game day nerve in the morning, you have a night game, you don't want to blow off all of your adrenaline. So how do you activate the other side of the nervous system? That's called the parasympathetic. All right, you can do so by meditating, you can do so by journaling, going on a walk, eases the tension because trust me, you're not going to lose it. It'll come back. So I try to pace my morning and pace my afternoon so that I know when I need to light up, I need that fight or flight, I need all the adrenaline I can get, it's there, and it has like a reserve battery. Let's fucking go, baby.
Homies.
What's up?
Just got in my grind life, 2023.
All right, here we are. This is Pride and Joy of 2023. We had 20 of these commissioned by Jack Johnson of the Akwesasne, and he made a specific PLL, sort of Haudenosaunee hickory wood stick. So there it is there, Jack's signature, 1122. I'm going to be sending these out to sort of friends and stakeholders of the PLL.
It's great.
Today, we're going to start with our big SPM meeting with our executives. I have a monthly with our social media head. I have a meeting with Kevin Durant and Rich Kleiman's company boardroom That's sort of our thought process. I like even moving East Coast, West Coast. I have a meeting with STX, a partner of ours. We're meeting on the championship series internally. I have an Inc. Mag interview. That's at 1, so now we've crossed over lunchtime. There are more PLL merchandise sales than any of our 8 clubs. And how rare it is to see an NFL fan wearing an NFL hat. I have my one-on-one with our VP of content, and then I have an under the helmet alignment, which is for ESPN's broadcast, a career ladder review that he's leading, and then we're gonna work out. This trusty band. I think every athlete out there that's been at it for a long time has their piece of equipment. I would say this is number 1, kettlebells number 2, TRX number 3. But speaking of things that work, I'm gonna talk through things that don't on game day, and there's 3 of them. The first thing is your self-talk, and this can happen for any of us, but we're not off to the right start. We make the wrong first play, we make the wrong 20th play. Talking down to yourself is like having a coach yell at you. Why do it to yourself if you don't like the coach yelling at you? So manage your self-talk. Treat yourself as you do your teammates when you're supporting them and getting them up. Second thing is your physical exertion. So you make a bad play, you slump, someone screws up and you hands up. Can't be perfect, but to correct your body posture over time is like building a muscle. The third, I did it most of my career and I tried stopping it, which is trying to make up for mistakes. We spend a lot of time, most of our energy, thinking backwards. If you think about making a good play, what do? You think forward. You want to do the good play again. Whenever we screw up, look back, try to fix it on the next. Don't do that. Leave that play in the past as you do when you score a goal, right? That act helps you stay in the present moment, whether you're training and you do the same stuff over and over and over again for years. Very present, all right? Those are the 3 things you don't do. So I think as we kick into this workout here and wrap the day, the message of this video is around your game days. Understanding your body composition, the neuroscience, how you can be prepared to be the best you can at games, and then the equipment to recognize what not to do and how to respond. Because in the end, not every game we play is great. I would argue that most aren't. It's all about resilience, how you respond, and how you push through. The reality is life changes. So you go from playing a game competitively on a team for 25 years to being on a different team. And one thing I can tell you is that really enjoy the process of being an athlete, the excitement of playing in a game, the really bad taste of losing, and the fucking amazing taste of victory, and that'll help you. Because that's what you live in right now.
True. That was great.
Comment below what your routine is. I'm always curious ways I can improve, what things you thought I missed, what you're looking forward to this season. Let's have dialogue. Subscribe to this channel.
See you, Paul.